États-Unis, mais représente par ailleurs
de s'abstenir de tout nouveau test et de s'acquitter de ses obligations internationales. IRNS a, dans une déclaration du 14 mai dernier, condamné fermement
all the military steps taken by the DPRK in its territorial land and air waters are the exercise of legitimate right to self-defense to counter such persistent and braggandish nuclear threats and blackmail of the US and its followers. And it is an exercise of a legitimate right to self-defense in accordance with the United Nations Charter and international law. It is a wanton violation of the sovereignty and dignity of the DPRK to term these self-defense measures provocation and threat to peace.
That have failed in the past will not lead to any breakthrough. Nuclear Weapons Convention in the CT. As recognized by SSO.
Voices that unequivocally condemn the DPRK's most recent ballistic missile. Time my delegation has taken the floor under your presidency. Please allow me to assure you of New Zealand's full support and cooperation.
And fueling instability. As noted by us on many occasions in the...
In response to that, DPRK will speed up the measure for bolstering its nuclear deterrence. DPRK is fully ready to respond to any options taken by the United States, and unless United States withdraws its hostile policy towards DPRK and nuclear threat and blackmail, DPRK will continue to bolster its military capabilities.
Monsieur le Président, ma délégation s'associe à la déclaration de l'Union européenne et voudrait, au vu de la gravité des développements, souligner quelques éléments à titre national. Le vice-premier ministre et ministre.
This latest destabilizing act should serve as a call to all nations to implement more robust sanctions against the regime. It is also imperative that we impose and fully implement more punitive and consequential measures to force the regime to change course. North Korea must be held to account.
Intl for his sterling work as the chairman of the working group on the way ahead. The Test Ban Treaty. The CD's membership encompasses.
Let me just close by saying, Mr. President, that the greatest threat to the regime in Pyongyang is the regime itself. Thank you, Mr. President.
Trivializing security concerns, denying the contribution of nuclear deterrence.
The DPRK's nuclear and missile programs pose a critical and increasing threat and call for a strong and timely international reaction before the DPRK acquires operational nuclear weapons capability. The European Union welcomes the joint statement endorsed by more than 60 states during the first preparatory committee session for the 2020 NPT Review Conference and calls on all states to fully implement the relevant UN Security Council resolutions on the DPRK.